So, social work presentation by Simone Noble. Child welfare challenge. Um, After reading the list of challenges that you gave us, I decided to explore information about youth in the criminal justice system. I selected this topic because I feel as if I do not have enough knowledge about it, and I want to learn more about adolescents who are in the criminal justice system. After doing research, I discovered that every state charges juvenile justice cost fees and fines. Youth who can't afford to pay for their fees are faced with serious consequences, including incarceration, probation, and denial of treatment, which is definitely not fair. Um, they also are penalized for being poor and pulled even deeper into the criminal justice system. I also discovered that with them being incarcerated, it lacks uh schooling and has negative effects on their uh potential and health. It can also cause problems such as homelessness, drug abuse, and alcohol abuse. And this is just a picture that I decided to put in the presentation about youth in the criminal justice system. So for desired outcome, the desired outcome would be to limit incarcerations, to avoid putting youth at risk for homelessness, alcohol, and drug abuse. Also, avoid putting them at risk for lack of education and just being penalized for being poor. I definitely do not think that that is fair. So, to proceed, evidence-based intervention. After reviewing the website that you provided for us, I decided to select the intervention, which is called a cognitive behavioral therapy. It is designed to be a comprehensive approach for reducing or preventing the effects of exposure to child or family anger, aggression, and or child physical abuse. According, it seeks to reduce many of the known risks for physical abuse, violence, while also helping families to recover from the effects of exposure to these conditions. This intervention also helps mend families' relationships. It teaches children and their parents interpersonal skills to enhance self control, promote positive relationships, and limit violent behavior. These skills include anger and anxiety management, flexible thinking, social skills, safe discipline strategies, and healthy communication and problem solving skills, which I think is very important. I feel like every family needs effective communication and problem solving skills. The skills are the skills are designed to improve self control and help families get along better, and also maintain safety within the home to secure that everyone is living in a safe environment. That is very important as well. The CEBC rates the qualify. The CEBC rates the quality of research supporting the intervention to be a 2 and a 3, and the child welfare relevance a high. So, strengths and limitation of the intervention. I think that this intervention will be a great idea for youth who suffer from behavior issues, aggression, anger, and anxiety. The purpose of the intervention is to help strengthen family relationship, cope with stress, reduce behavior problems, and develop supporting ways to help maintain safety in the home. I think that the families will be willing to try this intervention because it covers a lot of detail and it's designed to help families improve on skills. A great strength that I found out about this intervention is that they have workers who are proficient in speaking different languages, Some of the different languages includes Hebrew, Japanese, Korean, English, and Spanish. Some small limitations that I noticed were applicants were required to complete an online training form. I think that it would have been great to see that on the website. It is offered in person as well, just to give them that option if some people do not feel comfortable with completing tasks online. Having that option available for them would be great as well. So for effectiveness of intervention, I think that it is amazing that the intervention can be conducted in any setting. Some settings that the internet noted that I documented were residential, hospital, outpatient facility, and this intervention can also be conducted in the comfort of one's home. I think this intervention will be feasible for agencies to implement because it covers a lot of information about the program on the internet. I think that it would be most likely and most salient for applicants to attend a training for 1 year. I think this because some jobs, um, they come with a lot of responsibilities, and in some cases, attending a training for a year would be sufficient. In other cases, I don't think that it would be beneficial to attend a training for a whole year. But I just think it depends on the job description and what all comes with it, because it is best to ensure that workers within the company are competent and know how to do their job. So that's what I think that is most likely and most salient. I also think that it's great that the program has ongoing support. Ongoing support includes consult calls, supervisor calls, monitoring with clinical feedback, booster training, and performance evaluation. I like the thought of ongoing support because some people, they don't offer that. So I feel like that's amazing that this intervention even has this option for their workers. I think that the intervention should include more hours on the internet on which this intervention would be given to families. I reviewed the website and it stated that the sessions will be held on 1 or 2 hours per week. Although people do have the option to request more time to participate in this intervention as needed, I think that it was great for the intervention to have this noted on the website, just to give families that option. However, the intervention does not state the maximum amount of time that one could receive. So I feel like this should be added on the internet as well, just to kind of inform them of how many hours they can receive in the max. I think that organizations should consider serving people via conference call. Um, this could be an excellent way for families to receive services, especially if they are not comfortable with someone coming in their home. And in this day and age, the internet is becoming more advanced, and a lot of things are done on the internet. So I think that this would be great as well to start thinking about implementing. Now, proceeding to the plan, if I were an implementer for a large community service organization, I would shift the practice by engaging with each agency to monitor their effectiveness in providing services. I think that this would be ideal because it can help me determine what each agency is lacking and what each agency needs. I will monitor the agencies to note their strengths and weaknesses. I feel like this would be a great idea too, because working alongside with one another, having each agencies work alongside with one another, it can improve their skills and it can just show them what they're lacking and what they're good at. I would also do my research to help show how effective it is to engage in evidence-based practice while working with clients. I feel like having information like this encourages someone to continue using those strategies to help support their clients. Lastly, as an implementer, I will also try to respect everyone's cultural and spiritual beliefs. I feel like with this, basically developing the plan and just asking them for their feedback would be ideal too. Just to, hear their insight and their thoughts on what they think, how effective it is to use evidence-based practice and how they feel with using it each time, because it would be a big change from going to using it once a while to on a consistent basis. So to hear their thoughts and opinions and feelings, that should be considered as well. Um, and yeah, just working in groups with other people who are used to using this evidence-based practice tool, it'll help them become more comfortable with using it and um getting practice with their clients as well. So yeah, that's all I have for this PowerPoint, and those are my works cited.